Hello, welcome to the Monday Angel Message. I'm Rachel Skoltok, and every Monday morning, Australia time, I'm sharing with you a reading, a message for the week ahead from the angels, and also just bringing through whatever needs to come through. So I'm really happy that you're here, that you're joining me for this, whether you're in the replay or live. So I just wanted to check in with you and say a big thank you first for everyone who attended the free live masterclass on Monday night. Whether you attended live or watched the replay, I so appreciated. Almost in the end, 500 people had signed up for it. So it's really exciting to me that my messages are getting out there and that people want to hear them. And if you haven't yet seen the replay, you can still sign up for it free. I'm going to leave it out there a bit longer, and I'm going to include it in my newsletter this evening. So just go over to my website, click on the Energy Skills for Empaths menu item, and there's a drop-down menu beneath that that says Empaths Free Masterclass. Click on that, put in your name and email, and instead of going to the live, you'll automatically get a free video show up in your email, so check your spam account. But it was really wonderful. The energy was really great. I shared so much more than I intended to. 90 minutes. We covered protecting your energy, why some people's energy gets past your protective shields. We covered what it's like to be an empath and why these things are happening to you sometimes. I gave you my free insight into what I do every day, sending the energy around me so that it's repelling negative vibes. Lots of people ask questions, great questions about being an empathic healer, about being in relationships. There was so much, including how you can connect with a flow of abundance and really turn your life and your energy around, creating whatever it is that you want. So please go and see it if you haven't already seen it, because it is well worth the 90 minutes. It's well worth taking 3 minutes to put your email address in a link. And it's absolutely free. There's no obligation with it at all. So I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I believe full moon is tonight. I put my crystals out last night because it just felt really right. The energy again is building up, and it's time for you to do some manifesting as well as some clearing and letting go. And so I wanted to start to add something to this Monday morning angel message video, which is what it's been called for years, and add intentions to it too, because I really think if we're getting together on a Monday morning to connect with one another and connect with source, connect with the angels, connect with your guides, and most importantly, to connect in with your energy and see what's going on in there, that we use that as a kind of a ritual to create something in the week ahead for you. So I would love you to join me in an intention setting moment. So because I'm a big believer in the truth that when one or more people gather in the name of the divine to create something, that it's more powerful than if you're doing it just by yourself. So see this gathering, even if it's just me and you, as being a way for you to really reinforce and magnify your intentions and beliefs for your life and for your for the week ahead, so that you're actually adding more energy to it. You're making it real. You know, sometimes when stuff is stuck in our heads, it stays in our heads, and we don't really get, we don't ignite the energy outside of ourselves strongly enough to make it a creation. I want you to think about that you are co-creating with the universal forces that are around you, the divine spirit, the divine mind, and your guides and angels. But they're not like genies that deliver things to you just because you ask. Asking is so important. But it's also about what energy you're putting out. And by you asking for something, using your voice, using your intention to put it out in the world, that actually sparks a stronger response from the universe, because the universe loves action. And the reason it loves action is that it gives it something to react to. It's a chemical reaction. So, or a metaphysical reaction, perhaps, is the best way to put it. So that's why I wanted to add this in. So maybe have a think about what intentions that you want to put out into the universe today, like, what is it you want to create? What do you want to release? What is it that you want to see appearing in your life in the near and far future? Like, what is it? What's the path that you're on at the moment? I actually can't see who's here at the moment. It's not showing me comments, bizarrely. Hopefully you can hear me. Someone put a comment in just in case. No, it's not showing me anything. So what is it? I can see that we've got 8 people here. So I've been talking not just to myself, at least. So what is it that you're putting out into the universe? And just maybe you can write those things down later and replay this, or maybe you can just hold them in your mind at this moment, because focus is everything. You know, the reason that you are constantly told that you need to think about your thoughts. I'm seeing some hearts. Thank you. The reason we're constantly being told that we need to eliminate negative vibrations, the reason that we're being told to pay attention to our energy, is that every single spiritual text has always been trying to teach us that if we can overcome the clutter, the distraction, the fear that goes on in the mind, and get back in touch with the pure consciousness within that you are, and focus on what you want and what you want to create, as well as what you want to release. But we don't want to obsessively think about that, because that then creates more of what is. So the reason that you're taught that is that we're here partly to overcome those challenges. We're here to overcome the small things of the world and come into a place where we can use the power that we have inside of us to create good for ourselves and for others, for the greater good. So this is about focus. So we spend a few moments focusing on what we want. And then I want you to imagine that there is this intense, almost midnight blue light streaming down and surrounding your body. And that light is filled with gold and white and silver sparkles all around you. And it's the divine energy. And in that energy, you can perceive this stream of light coming down from above your head. And you can perceive the angels are in that light. Maybe you can see the outlines of them. Maybe you can feel them. But there are angels hovering around you and above your head in this column of light. And I want you to imagine in your hands or in your heart, whatever feels best, that you've created a beautiful bubble of gold. And in that bubble, for the next 2-3 minutes, you're going to project what you want to create. So maybe just choose 1 or 2 things for today. But what is it that you would like? Maybe you would like a peaceful day. Maybe you would like more abundance, more flow of abundance in your life. Maybe you would like something that you're after, maybe a car, or you need to pay the rent, or maybe you want to buy a house. It doesn't matter on the size of it, because the divine is unlimited. There's no judgment on what's possible and what isn't. But just create that thought for what you want in your life and project it into this golden bubble. Just imagine it like maybe a little movie playing inside the bubble of you receiving, you having lived and experienced what it is that you want. And now I want you to imagine that bubble rising up and being grasped above your head by the angels. And I'm feeling Archangel Metatron with you, Archangel Michael. There's lots of guardian angels. And the angels are now, there's some remaining, but most of them are carrying this golden ball up and through that channel up to the source. So up is just a perception, right? Everything is within you. But because we're in the physical and because we have chakras and because of the way that we are energetically, our energetic lineup, if you like, alignment, that is why we talk about up. It's actually an intuitive thing. So I want you then to completely let go. Just imagine all of the love, all of the abundance, all of the joy, all of the wishes, all of the peace are going up with the angels. And then take a big deep breath and say, I'm now willing to release anything that is blocking me from receiving. I'm willing to release anything that I'm doing that is creating a block for me. I'm willing to release my heart and mind, to open my heart and mind, to release any fear, any self-sabotage, any resentment, any unforgiveness, anything that's restricting me. And I'm willing to release anything that no longer serves my highest good, known or unknown. And then place your hands back beside you and take a big deep breath. And maybe you got a little message about what might be holding you back, what might be blocking you. So let's do some cards for the week ahead. Now that's a beautiful little ritual that you can do every single day if you want to. But what is it that you want to create this week? Think of a word. Is it peace? Is it abundance? Is it love? Is it calm? Is it help, support? What do you want to come into your life this week? Your angels can hear you. Okie dokie. Now that's interesting. Actually, I'm going to stick with these two. So the first card that we have for you, the light is a bit, because first card that I have for you, this is the Work Your Light deck by Rebecca Campbell. And the message of this is Keepers of the Earth. It says, you're not alone, ancient ancestors stand beside you. So I don't know if you can see in that picture. Look at what we've just done. Now, I love the way the cards always mirror what we're focusing on. So here we have the beings of light above her, behind her. You know, that's exactly what we've just done. She's praying, she's asking for help. So this is reminding you to stop trying to do everything by yourself. Stop imagining that you are by yourself. Whether that's true physically or not, know that not only do your angels, those guardians have been with you since before you were conceived and will be with you long after you leave your earthly body. Your angels are with you, your guides are with you, your ancestors, your deceased loved ones. There is so much, your animal guides, the ancestors of the earth, you know, the people or the beings that were part of your agreement to be here. So you're not alone and you have all that help available, and they want you to start invoking it, to start asking for it, to start asking for specific help with things. But I also see this as an affirmation. Now at the moment, the subject of Mother Earth and us caring for Mother Earth is up very, very strongly. So we need to pay attention to that. We can't just get caught up in the small stuff, the petty things in our life, and allow our minds and our focus to be stolen by tiny things, petty arguments, ego concerns. We have to also remember that we have a responsibility, that the earth doesn't stand alone, that we have to do our bit there, even if it's sending love and making sure that we're doing the right thing by ourselves and not being overwhelmed by that and turning that into a personal drama. For God's sake, there's enough people out there that are creating drama around important issues and making it about how they feel and what their opinions are to distract and detract from what's really going on. So we have to stand true with that and call in the ancestors, because that's the point, is that we're physical, they're not. We have to call them. So if it's something like look after the earth, make sure this mine doesn't go ahead, make sure that the rainforest stops being knocked down, make sure the koalas are taken care of, whatever it is, you can ask for spiritual help with that and pray about it. And that makes all of the difference. And that creates good karma for you, because, and that's not why we do it, of course, but because it's part of why you're here. If you ever wondered, like, why am I here on earth now? What am I doing here now at this particular time? What am I here for? You know, why am I here on earth? Why are my children here on earth at this time where we're in crisis point? Could that be a coincidence? No, of course it isn't. You're a conscious, awake being. Now, I don't know if you can see that. The light is quite difficult, but I like it because it makes the videos better. This is mirror. So this actually popped up for me when we were doing our releasing and talking about handing over what no longer serves you. And also remembering that the universe is a mirror, you know, that the universe is often showing to us things that are unhealed that we need to heal within ourselves, cracks that we need to address. And also what we're thinking, what we're creating, you know, is often mirrored back to us. So this is asking you, what is triggering you at the moment? Now, it's not saying what is to blame for you feeling bad. It's saying what or who is triggering you. So it's important to look at, and do you remember last week, if you watched last week's video, is that we talked about relationships being really, really up at the moment, about what it is that we're healing. So this is showing you there's a mirror going on for you somewhere in your life. And it doesn't have to be an ugly mirror. It's not showing you something awful, but it's like, okay, are my feelings related to something that's unhealed in me or that I need to look at? Or is it about something else? So that you can tell if you're being triggered, is like, what is it that I need to heal inside of me? So I know some of you are doing that work at the moment. I know that you are. The angels are letting me know that you are. So let's pull one from the Ascended Masters deck, and then we will then, okay. Isn't this the perfect card for the Monday? You can do it with Archangel Michael. It's saying you can clear the cords that are holding you back. You can achieve the things that you want. The intentions that you want can come about. It's just a matter of staying tuned to your guidance, tuned to your energy, and listening and taking one guided step at a time. And going out of your comfort zone, feeling courageous in spite of feeling uncomfortable, doing things that maybe put you out there a bit, because you can't grow without that. You know, it's the being uncomfortable that helps you to grow. Just like when you go to the gym and you do some exercises that make your legs sore or put you out of breath, that discomfort helps you to get fitter and get slimmer or whatever it is you're trying to do. So it's that in every single part of our life, we have to stretch ourselves in order to grow. So Archangel Michael's there with you. He's the angel of courage. He's clearing the energy so that you can prepare for the next steps in your life. Sometimes growth is so uncomfortable because they're getting you to shed things that no longer serve you inside of you that have maybe become a habit, and you've got to go to that next level, and you keep asking for it, but it's not happening because you're not growing yet. Okay, so I'm going to sorry, I can't see any of you. So there's only three things that affect us really, because we're living in here, and you are pure consciousness. You know, you have a body, you have a soul, but you're pure consciousness. And all of the little things that happen are all there, like the mirrors, like the card said, in order to help you to grow. But there's only three things that affect you. There's what you think about, the thoughts that go on in your head, that commentary that's there all the time, the things that you're focused on at any particular time. That can affect your energy, right? How you're feeling. So if you're focused on something awful that happened a long time ago and it's still causing pain for you, then those thoughts are going to cause you pain again, and the emotion comes up. So that's the second thing that affects you, is emotion. It's how you feel about whatever you're thinking or about what's going on in the outside, which is the third thing that affects you, which is other people's energy coming in. And I think breaking it down like that makes it easier, because you think about being sensitive. Why am I sensitive? I'm sensitive because I feel so much. I'm sensitive because the world is coming in through my senses, not only my physical, emotional, mental field, but also on a psychic level. I'm picking up things that I don't even know are happening, but they're making me feel a certain way. And so the new program I've got coming out, which is Energy Skills for Empaths, is all about that, because I'm hitting that on every level in that program, is helping you to come back to focusing on what you need to focus on, what you're here for, your soul purpose, manifesting what you need through the right channels, and staying in that place of inner peace, calm, relief from the past by clearing the three elements and helping you to protect your energy and look after your energy in a way that works for you, so that you're not pushed around like a leaf in the wind all the time by the energy that's going on. I've got 12 people signed up for it so far, and which means we're almost full. But what I've noticed with every single person that's on that course has said to me in some way, I'm now ready for the next level. And that is what this program is all about. It's about taking you to the next level and understanding yourself and getting rid of the rubbish that pulls you down and pushes you around and makes you feel bad about yourself. Clearing it, whether it's an old pattern from a past life, old wounds that are unhealed, whether it's that you're super psychic and your energy's out there and you're picking up on everybody else's crap and it's making you feel horrible, or whether it's past relationships where we need to clear those links, those doorways that they're getting in, so that you can feel whole and like yourself again. This is about putting you into your best potential. And so think about that as you go through your day. It's like, how can I look after myself to the place where I'm not so pushed around by the energy of others, my own thoughts and fears, and my emotional reaction to the things that are going on in my life? So I'm going to leave it there. Now, I've noticed over the last few weeks that there's less and less people watching my videos. If you are finding that they're not really for you, or that I'm not covering subjects that you would like to cover, I'm definitely getting lots of people, lots of emails, lots of bookings, but perhaps these videos are not what you want anymore. So I would love to hear from you about that. Please comment if there's something that you'd like me to cover that I'm not covering, or if you're just bored of them, or you'd like something else, because you know, this isn't just about me. I'm putting a video out there. So blessings and love. Have a great week. I'd love to hear from you, and thank you so much.